Hi breast pumping and breastfeeding moms. This is Tony with GotBreastPump.com, and I'm here today to talk to you about how much milk your baby needs. The greatest fear every mother who is breast pumping or breastfeeding has for their baby. So let's alleviate a little bit of that concern. Moms think, oh my goodness, my baby's just not drinking enough, or I'm not making enough. Well, for those of you who are breast pumping, you can fairly well tell because you can see the bottle empty out, or you can see the amount that has been consumed based on the measurements in the bottle. A breastfeeding mother typically will just have to go by the baby's behavior and her own sensations. But here's a really interesting tool that you can use. To begin with, on the first day a baby is born, they only consume a small amount of milk, and I do mean small. When a baby is nursing their first day, they're going to consume about this much milk when they're nursing for the first few times. Now this is the size of what we used to call a shooter marble. When I was a kid, we used to play marbles. It's not the little marble. The shooter marble is the bigger one that you use to shoot all the marbles with. So it's what we might have called a bowlie or a shooter marble. This is all your baby's going to drink the first day. Now that changes pretty quickly, but not too dramatically. You'll be fairly surprised, I think, when you consider that it goes from this, day 1, to this by about day 3. You're looking at your baby eating this much. Now again, that's a very small amount of milk. Now, as far as what it equates to in ounces, I'm not really going to go there for right now. What I'd really like you to do is just get something of a visual, and so that you won't be so concerned that you're not producing enough milk or your baby's not getting enough food. This is all they're consuming within the first 3 days, or by about the first 3 days. So that's not very much. Don't be concerned about milk production. You're going to be surprised. And this is when your hormones really start to kick in anyway, and your milk production is going to heighten dramatically. For those of you who have been breastfeeding and breast pumping, you do know. Now, following the 3-day amount, gradually the amount goes up till about 2 weeks. Your baby's tummy is about this big. So your baby's going to be eating about this much, or consuming this much milk, the size of your typical Easter egg that you fill for your kids with candy during Easter holidays. It's not very much milk, and this is at 2 weeks. Now it sustains at this size for a fairly long period of time. In reality, this is at 2 weeks, but an adult like myself would only consume in a meal what could be my stomach size is about the size of my fist. So comparing 2 weeks to an adult size, you can see that that growth factor is not dramatic. It's going to be slow. Over the first year, they say a baby's tummy is about the size perhaps of a tennis ball, but most likely even smaller, especially in girls. So the amount that your baby's consuming at a particular feeding is not a great deal. And I think a lot of people worry a bit too much about how much milk their babies are consuming, because their babies are going to thrive one way or another. It's amazing. So remember, day 1, the size of a bowlie. By day 3, about the size of a ping pong ball, tummy size, and then by 2 weeks, the size of a typical Easter egg, and then by adulthood, the size of a fist. The size of your fist is the size of your stomach. So keep in mind that you're not having to worry that much. Most of you, hopefully, if you're breast pumping, you're producing enough milk to maintain for the baby and getting some to put on the side. So if you're having problems with that, you're welcome to contact us at GotBreastPump.com. We do support lactating mothers. So please contact us and relax, enjoy your babies, and take good care of yourselves. Bye-bye.